हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। तो आज की वीडियो में हम देखने वाले हैं एनसीईआरटी ज्योग्राफी क्लास 10 का चैप्टर नंबर 5 जो कि है मिनरल्स एंड एनर्जी रिसोर्सेज। तो शुरू करते हैं हमारा आज का चैप्टर। Haban comes to Guwahati with his father from a remote village. He sees people getting into strange house-like objects which move along the road. He also sees a kitchen dragging a number of houses along with it. He is amazed and asked his father, "Why don't our houses move like the one we saw in Guwahati?" Ba replies, "These are not houses, they are buses and trains. Unlike our houses, these are not made of bricks and stones. Metal like iron and aluminum are used in making this. They do not move on their own. They are driven by an engine which needs energy to work. We use different things in our daily life made from metal. Can you list a number of items used in your house made of metals? Where do these metals come from?" You have studied that the Earth's crust is made up of different minerals embedded in the rocks. Various metals are extracted from these minerals after proper refinement. Minerals are an indispensable part of our lives. Almost everything we use, from a tiny pin to a towering building or a big ship, all are made from minerals. The railway lines and the tarmac paving of the roads, our implements and machinery too, are made from minerals. Cars, buses, trains, aeroplanes are manufactured from minerals and run on power resources derived from the earth. Even the food that we eat contains minerals. In all stages of development, human beings have used minerals for their livelihood, decoration, festivities, religious and ceremonial rites. A bright smile from toothpaste and minerals. Toothpaste cleans your teeth. Abrasive minerals like silica, limestone, aluminum oxide, and various phosphate minerals do the cleaning. Fluoride, which is used to reduce cavities, comes from a mineral fluoride. Most toothpastes are made white with titanium oxide, which comes from minerals called rutile, ilmenite, and anatase. The sparkle in some toothpaste come from mica. The toothbrush and tube containing the paste are made of plastics from petroleum. Find out where these minerals are found. All living things need minerals. Life processes cannot occur without minerals. Although our mineral intake represents only about 0.3% of our total intake of nutrients, they are so potent and so important that without them, we would not be able to utilize the other 99.7% of foodstuffs. What is a mineral? Geologists define mineral as a homogeneous, naturally occurring substance with a definable internal structure. Minerals are found in varied forms in nature, ranging from the hardest diamond to the softest talc. Why are they so varied? You have already learnt about rocks. Rocks are a combination of homogeneous substances called minerals. Some rocks, for instance limestone, consist of a single mineral only, but majority of the rock consists of several minerals in varying proportions. Although over 2000 minerals have been identified, only a few are abundantly found in most of the rocks. A particular mineral that will be found from a certain combination of elements depends upon the physical and chemical conditions under which the material forms. This in turn results in a wider range of colors, hardness, crystal forms, luster, and density that a particular mineral possesses. Geologists use these properties to classify the minerals. Study of minerals by geographers and geologists. Geographers study minerals as part of Earth's crust for a better understanding of landforms. The distribution of mineral resources and associated economic activities are of interest to geographers. A geologist, however, is interested in the formation of minerals, their age, and physical and chemical composition. However, for general and commercial purposes, minerals can be classified as under Classification of minerals. मिनरल्स मेटेलिक, नॉन मेटेलिक, एनर्जी मिनरल्स. मेटेलिक के अंडर में है फेरस कंटेनिंग आयरन, एग्जाम्पल आयरन और मैंगनीज, निकल, कोबाल्ट एक्सेट्रा. नॉन फेरस एग्जाम्पल कॉपर, लीड, टिन, बॉक्साइट एक्सेट्रा. प्रीसियस एग्जाम्पल गोल्ड, सिल्वर, प्लेटिनियम एक्सेट्रा. नॉन मेटेलिक एग्जाम्पल है मिका, सॉल्ट, पोटास, सल्फर, ग्रेनाइट, लाइमस्टोन, मार्बल, सैंडस्टोन एक्सेट्रा. एनर्जी मिनरल्स कोल, पेट्रोलियम, नेचुरल गैस. Mode of occurrence of minerals. Where are these minerals found? Minerals are usually found in ores. The term ore is used to describe an accumulation of any mineral mixed with other elements. The mineral content of the ore must be in sufficient concentration to make its extraction commercially viable. The type of formation or structure in which they are found determines the relative ease with which mineral ores may be mined. This also determines the cost of extraction. It is therefore important for us to understand the main types of formation in which minerals occur. Minerals generally occur in these forms. In igneous and metamorphic rocks, minerals may occur in the cracks, surfaces, faults, or joints. The smaller occurrences are called veins and the larger are called lodes. In most cases, they are formed when minerals in liquid or molten and gaseous forms are forced upward through cavities towards the Earth's surface. They cool and solidify as they rise. Major metallic minerals like tin, copper, zinc, and lead, etc., are obtained from veins and lodes. In sedimentary rocks, a number of minerals occur in beds or layers. They have been formed as a result of deposition, accumulation, and concentration in horizontal strata. Coal and some forms of iron ore have been concentrated as a result of long periods under great heat and pressure. Another group of sedimentary minerals include gypsum, potash, salt, and sodium salt. These are formed as a result of evaporation, especially in arid regions. Another mode of formation involves the decomposition of surface rocks and the removal of soluble constituents, leaving a residual mass of weathered material containing ores. Bauxite is formed this way. Certain minerals may occur as alluvial deposits in sands of valley floors and the base of hills. These deposits are called placer deposits and generally contain minerals which are not corroded by water. Gold, silver, tin, and platinum are most important among such minerals. The ocean water contains vast quantities of minerals, but most of these are too widely diffused to be of economic significance. However, common salt, magnesium, and bromine are largely derived from ocean waters. The ocean beds too are rich in manganese nodules. Interesting fact: red hole mining. Do you know that most of the minerals in India are nationalized and their extraction is possible only after obtaining due permission from the government? But in most of the tribal areas of the northeast India, minerals are owned by individuals or communities. In Meghalaya, there are large deposits of coal, iron ore, limestone, and dolomite, etc. Coal mining in Jubai and Chenunpuji is done by family member in the form of a long, narrow tunnel known as red hole mining. The National Green Tribunal has declared such activities illegal and recommended that this should be stopped forthwith. India is fortunate to have fairly rich and varied mineral resources. However, these are unevenly distributed. Broadly speaking, peninsular rocks contain most of the reserves of coal, metallic minerals, mica, and many other non-metallic minerals. Sedimentary rocks on the western and eastern flanks of the peninsula in Gujarat and Assam have most of the petroleum deposits. Rajasthan, with the rock system of the peninsula, has reserves of many non-ferrous minerals. The vast alluvial plains of North India are almost devoid of economic minerals. This variation exists largely because of the differences in the geological structure, processes, and time involved in the formation of minerals. Let us now study the distribution of a few major minerals in India. Always remember that the concentration of mineral in the ore, the ease of extraction, and closeness to the market play an important role in affecting the economic viability of a reserve. Thus, to meet the demand, a choice has to be made between a number of possible options. When this is done, a mineral deposit or reserve turns into a mine. Ferrous minerals. Ferrous minerals account for about three-fourths of the total value of the production of metallic minerals. They provide a strong base for the development of metallurgical industries. India exports substantial quantities of ferrous minerals after meeting her internal demands. Iron ore. Iron ore is the basic mineral and the backbone of the industrial development. India is endowed with fairly abundant resources of iron ore. India is rich in good quality iron ores. Magnetite is the finest iron ore with a very high content of iron, up to 70%. It has excellent magnetic qualities, especially valuable in electrical industry. Hematite ore is the most important industrial iron ore in terms of quantity used, but has slightly lower iron content than magnetite, 50 to 60%. In 2018-19, almost entire production of iron ore, 97%, accrued from Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, and Jharkhand. The remaining production, 3%, was from other states. Do you know Kudre in Kannada means horse? The highest peak in the western Ghats of Karnataka resembles the face of a horse. The Bailadila hills look like the hump of an ox and hence its name. The major iron ore belts in India are Odisha's Jharkhand belt. In Odisha, high-grade hematite ore is found in Badampahar mines in the Mayurbhanj and Kendujhar districts. In the adjoining Singhbhum district of Jharkhand, hematite iron ore is mined in Goa and Noa Mundi. Durg Bastar Chandrapur belt lies in Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra. Very high-grade hematites are found in the famous Bailadila range of hills in the Bastar district of Chhattisgarh. The range of hills comprises of 14 deposits of super high-grade hematite iron ore. It has the best physical properties needed for steel making. Iron ore from these mines is exported to Japan and South Korea via Visakhapatnam port. Ballari, Chitradurga, Chikamagaluru, Tumakuru belt in Karnataka has large reserves of iron ore. The Kudremukh mines located in western Ghats of Karnataka are a 100% export unit. Kudremukh deposits are known to be one of the largest in the world. The ore is transported as slurry through a pipeline to a port near Mangaluru. Maharashtra Goa belt includes the state of Goa and Ratnagiri district of Maharashtra. Though the ores are not of very high quality, yet they are efficiently exploited. Iron ore is exported through Marmagao port. Manganese. Manganese is mainly used in the manufacturing of steel and ferromanganese alloy. Nearly 10 kg of manganese is required to manufacture 1 ton of steel. It is also used in manufacturing bleaching powder, insecticides, and paints. Non-ferrous minerals. India's reserves and production of non-ferrous minerals is not very satisfactory. However, these minerals, which include copper, bauxite, lead, zinc, and gold, play a vital role in a number of metallurgical, engineering, and electrical industries. Let us study the distribution of copper and bauxite. Copper. India is critically deficient in the reserve and production of copper. Being malleable, ductile, and a good conductor, copper is mainly used in electrical cables, electronics, and chemical industries. The Balaghat mines in Madhya Pradesh, Khetri mines in Rajasthan, and Singhbhum district of Jharkhand are leading producers of copper. Bauxite. Though several ores contain aluminum, it is from bauxite, a clay-like substance, that alumina and later aluminum is obtained. Bauxite deposits are formed by the decomposition of a wide variety of rocks rich in aluminum silicates. Aluminum is an important metal because it combines the strength of metals such as iron with extreme lightness and also with good conductivity and great malleability. India's bauxite deposits are mainly found in the Amarkantak Plateau, Maikal Hills, and the plateau region of Bilaspur, Katni. Odisha was the largest bauxite producing state in India in 2016-17. Panchpatmali deposits in Koraput district are the most important bauxite deposits in the state. Interesting fact: after the discovery of aluminum, Emperor Napoleon III wore buttons and hooks on his clothes made of aluminum and served food to his more illustrious guests in aluminum utensils, and the less honorable ones were served in gold and silver utensils. 30 years after this incident, aluminum bowls were most common with the beggars in Paris. Non-metallic minerals. Mica is a mineral made of a series of plates or leaves. It splits easily into thin sheets. These sheets can be so thin that 1,000 can be layered into a mica sheet of a few centimeters high. Mica can be clear, black, green, red, yellow, or brown. Due to its excellent dielectric strength, low power loss factor, insulating properties, and resistance to high voltage, mica is one of the most indispensable minerals used in electric and electronic industries. Mica deposits are found in the northern edge of the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Koderma Gaya Hazaribagh belt of Jharkhand is the leading producer. In Rajasthan, the major mica producing area is around Ajmer. Nellore mica belt of Andhra Pradesh is also an important producer in the country. Hazards of mining. Have you ever wondered about the efforts the miners make in making life comfortable for you? What are the impacts of mining on the health of the miners and the environment? The dust and noxious fumes inhaled by miners make them vulnerable to pulmonary diseases. The risk of collapsing mine roofs, inundation, and fires in coal mines are a constant threat to miners. The water sources in the region get contaminated due to mining. Dumping of waste and slurry leads to degradation of land soil and increase in stream and river pollution. Rock minerals. Limestone is found in association with rocks composed of calcium carbonates or calcium and magnesium carbonates. It is found in sedimentary rocks of most geological formation. Limestone is the basic raw material for the cement industry and essential for smelting iron ore in the blast furnace. Stricter safety regulations and implementation of environmental laws are essential to prevent mining from becoming a killer industry. Conservation of minerals. We will appreciate the strong dependence of industry and agriculture upon mineral deposits and the substances manufactured from them. The total volume of workable mineral deposits is an insignificant fraction, that means 1% of the Earth's crust. We are rapidly consuming mineral resources that required millions of years to be created and concentrated. The geological processes of mineral formation are so slow that the rates of replenishment are infinitely small in comparison to the present rates of consumption. Mineral resources are therefore finite and non-renewable. These mineral deposits are our country's extremely valuable but short-lived possessions. Continued extraction of ores leads to increasing costs as mineral extraction comes from greater depths along with decrease in quality. A concentrated effort has to be made in order to use our mineral resources in a planned and sustainable manner. Improved technologies need to be constantly evolved to allow use of low-grade ores at low cost, recycling of metals, using scrap metals and other substitutes are steps in conserving our mineral resources for the future. Energy resources. Energy is required for all activities. It is needed to cook, to provide light and heat, to propel vehicles, and to drive machineries in industries. Energy can be generated from fuel, minerals like coal, petroleum, natural gas, uranium, and from electricity. Energy resources can be classified as conventional and non conventional sources. Conventional sources include firewood, kettle dung cake, coal, petroleum, natural gas, and electricity, both hydel and thermal. Non conventional sources include solar, wind, tidal, geothermal, biogas, and atomic energy. Firewood and kettle dung cake are most common in rural India. According to one estimate, more than 70% energy requirement in rural households is met by these two. Continuation of this is increasingly becoming difficult due to decreasing forest area. Moreover, using dung cake too is being discouraged because it consumes most valuable manure which could be used in agriculture. Conventional sources of energy. Coal. In India, coal is the most abundantly available fossil fuel. It provides a substantial part of the nation's energy needs. It is used for power generation, to supply energy to industry as well as for domestic needs. India is highly dependent on coal for meeting its commercial energy requirements. As we are already aware that coal is formed due to compression of plant material over millions of years, coal therefore is found in a variety of forms depending on the degrees of compression and the depth and time of burial. Decaying plants in swamps produce peat, which has a low carbon and high moisture contents and low heating capacity. Lignite is a low-grade brown coal which is soft with high moisture content. The principal lignite reserves are in Neyveli in Tamil Nadu and are used for generation of electricity. Coal that has been buried deep and subjected to increased temperature is bituminous coal. It is the most popular coal in commercial use. Metallurgical coal is high-grade bituminous coal which had a special value for smelting iron in blast furnaces. Anthracite is the highest quality hard coal. In India, coal occurs in rock series of two main geological ages, namely Gondwana, a little over 200 million years in age, and in tertiary deposits which are only about 55 million years old. The major resources of Gondwana coal, which are metallurgical coal, are located in Damodar Valley, West Bengal. Jharkhand, Jharia, Raniganj, Bokaro are important coal fields. The Godavari, Mahanadi, Son and Vardha valleys also contain coal deposits. Tertiary coal occur in the northeastern states of Meghalaya, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh and Nagaland. Remember, coal is a bulky material which loses weight on use as it is reduced to ash. Hence, heavy industries and thermal power stations are located on or near the coal fields. Petroleum. Petroleum or mineral oil is the next major energy source in India after coal. It provides fuel for heat and lighting, lubricants for machinery, and raw materials for a number of manufacturing industries. Petroleum refineries act as a nodal industry for synthetic textile, fertilizer, and numerous chemical industries. Most of the petroleum occurrences in India are associated with anticlines and fault traps in the rock formations of the tertiary age. In regions of folding, anticlines or domes, it occurs where oil is trapped in the crest of the upfold. The oil-bearing layer is a porous limestone or sandstone through which oil may flow. The oil is prevented from rising or sinking by intervening non-porous layers. Petroleum is also found in fault trapes between porous and non-porous rocks. Gas, being lighter, usually occurs above the oil. Bombay High, Gujarat and Assam are major petroleum production areas in India. From the map, look at the three major offshore fields of western India. Ankleshwar is the most important field of Gujarat. Assam is the oldest oil-producing state of India. Digboy, Naharkatia and Moran Hugrizan are the important oil fields in the state. Natural gas. Natural gas is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. It can be used as a domestic and industrial fuel. It is used as fuel in power sector to generate electricity, for heating purpose in industries, as raw material in chemical, petrochemical and fertilizer industries, as transport fuel and as cooking fuel. With the expansion of gas infrastructure and local city gas distribution (COD) networks, natural gas is also emerging as a preferred transport fuel (CNG) and cooking fuel (PNG) at homes. India's major gas reserves are found in the Bombay High and allied fields along the west coast, which are supplemented by finds in the Cambay Basin. Along the east coast, new reserves of natural gas have been discovered in the Krishna-Godavari Basin. The first 1700 km long Hazira Vijaypur Jagdishpur HVJ cross-country gas pipeline, constructed by GAIL India, linked Mumbai High and Basin gas fields with various fertilizer, power and industrial complexes in western and northern India. This artery provided impetus to Indian gas market development. Overall, India's gas infrastructure has expanded over 10 times from 1700 km to 18,500 km of cross-country pipelines and is expected to soon reach over 34,000 km as gas grid by linking all gas sources and consuming markets across the country, including northeastern states. Electricity. Electricity has such a wide range of applications in today's world that its per capita consumption is considered as an index of development. Electricity is generated mainly in two ways: by running water, which drives hydro turbines to generate hydroelectricity, and by burning other fuels such as coal, petroleum, and natural gas to drive the turbines to produce thermal power. Once generated, the electricity is exactly the same. Hydroelectricity is generated by fast-flowing water, which is a renewable resource. India has a number of multipurpose projects like the Bhagra Nangal, Damodar Valley Corporation, the Kopali Hydel project, etc., producing hydroelectric power. Thermal electricity is generated by using coal, petroleum, and natural gas. The thermal power station use non-renewable fossil fuels for generating its electricity. Collect information about thermal or hydel power plants located in your state. Show them on the map of India. Non-conventional sources of energy. The growing consumption of energy has resulted in the country becoming increasingly dependent on fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and gas. Rising prices of oil and gas and their potential shortages have raised uncertainties about the security of energy supply in future, which in turn has serious repercussions on the growth of the national economy. Moreover, increasing use of fossil fuels also causes serious environmental problems. Hence, there is a pressing need to use renewable energy sources like solar energy, wind, tide, biomass, and energy from waste material. These are called non-conventional energy sources. India is blessed with an abundance of sunlight, water, wind, and biomass. It has the largest programs for the development of these renewable energy sources. Nuclear or atomic energy. It is obtained by altering the structure of atoms. When such an alteration is made, much energy is released in the form of heat, and this is used to generate electric power. Uranium and thorium, which are available in Jharkhand and The Aravalli ranges of Rajasthan are used for generating atomic or nuclear power. The monazite sands of Kerala is also rich in thorium. Locate the 6 nuclear power stations and find out the state in which they are located. Solar energy. India is a tropical country. It has enormous possibilities of tapping solar energy. Photovoltaic technology converts sunlight directly into electricity. Solar energy is fast becoming popular in rural and remote areas. Some big solar power plants are being established in different parts of India, which will minimize the dependence of rural households on firewood and dung cakes, which in turn will contribute to environmental conservation and adequate supply of manure in agriculture. Wind power. India has great potential of wind power. The largest wind farm cluster is located in Tamil Nadu from Nagarcoil to Madurai. Apart from this, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Gujarat, Kerala, Maharashtra and Lakshadweep have important wind farms. Nagarcoil and Jaisalmer are well known for effective use of wind energy in the country. Biogas. Shrubs, farm waste, animal and human waste are used to produce biogas for domestic consumption in rural areas. Decomposition of organic matter yields gas, which has higher thermal efficiency in comparison to kerosene, dung cake, and charcoal. Biogas plants are set up at municipal, cooperative, and individual levels. The plants use cattle dung are known as gobar gas plants in rural India. This provides twin benefits to the farmer in the form of energy and improved quality of manure. Biogas is by far the most efficient use of cattle dung. It improves the quality of manure and also prevents the loss of trees and manure due to burning of fuel wood and cow dung cakes. Tidal energy. Oceanic tides can be used to generate electricity. Floodgate dams are built across inlets. During high tide, water flows into the inlet and gets trapped when the gate is closed. After the tide falls outside the floodgate, the water retained by the floodgate flows back to the sea by a pipe that carries it through a power generating turbine. In India, the Gulf of Khambat, the Gulf of Kutch in Gujarat on the western coast, and Gangetic Delta in Sundarban regions of West Bengal provide ideal conditions for utilizing tidal energy. Geothermal energy. Geothermal energy refers to the heat and electricity produced by using the heat from the interior of the earth. Geothermal energy exists because the earth grows progressively hotter with increasing depth. Where the geothermal gradient is high, high temperatures are found at shallow depths. Groundwater in such areas absorbs heat from the rocks and becomes hot. It is so hot that when it rises to Earth's surface, it turns into steam. This steam is used to drive turbines and generate electricity. There are several hundred hot springs in India which could be used to generate electricity. 2 experimental projects have been set up in India to harness geothermal energy. One is located in the Parvati Valley near Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh, and the other is located in the Puga Valley, Ladakh. Conservation of energy resources. Energy is a basic requirement for economic development. Every sector of the national economy, agriculture, industry, transport, commercial and domestic needs inputs of energy. The economic development plans implemented since independence necessarily required increasing amounts of energy to remain operational. As a result, consumption of energy in all forms has been steadily rising all over the country. In this background, there is an urgent need to develop a sustainable path of energy development, promotion of energy conservation, and increased use of renewable energy sources are the twin planks of sustainable energy. India is presently one of the least energy efficient countries in the world. We have to adopt a cautious approach for the judicious use of our limited energy resources. For example, as a concerned citizen, we can do our bit by using public transport systems instead of individual vehicles, switching off electricity when not in use, using power saving devices, and using non conventional sources of energy. After all, energy saved is energy produced. तो इसी के साथ हमारा ये चैप्टर कंप्लीट होता है। ये है इस चैप्टर का एक्सरसाइज। तो अगर आप चैनल पे नए हैं तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए और नोटिफिकेशन आइकन पर क्लिक कर दीजिए ताकि आपको सारे वीडियोस के अपडेट्स मिल सकें। और अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो लाइक कर दीजिए, साथ ही अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर कीजिए ताकि उन्हें भी हेल्प हो सके। तो हमारा आज का सेशन यहीं तक था। थैंक यू, थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग।